A sticky Miami heat wave leaves the bungalow looking like a war zone of laundry heaps and half-mopped tile, so Dorothy finally agrees to hire outside help. Enter Marguerite Brown, a poised Haitian housekeeper recommended by their church bulletin. From the moment she crosses the threshold in a crisp white uniform, order materializes as if by magic. Dust bunnies vanish, countertops gleam, and even Sophia's crochet needles are alphabetized by stitch size. The girls stare in awe as Marguerite hums a Creole lullaby that seems to set the entire house to a calmer rhythm, right down to Rose's perpetually confused goldfish, who suddenly swims in neat geometric patterns, while Blanche fantasizes about hosting cocktail soirees free from the smell of disinfectant. Sophia eyes Marguerite warily, insisting no one should clean that fast without a pact straight out of Dante. Dorothy dismisses the accusation as Sicilian superstition, but tension flickers when Marguerite lightly taps a small cloth pouch tied at her waist and whispers, "It keeps harmony." By sunset, the bungalow sparkles brighter than Blanche's earrings, yet a sliver of unease settles in the corners like dust that refuses to stay swept. The honeymoon lasts precisely 48 hours. During breakfast on day 3, Blanche notices her beloved blow-dryer has melted into a Salvador Dali sculpture. 10 minutes later, Rose spills hot coffee onto Sophia's lap, though the mug was set firmly on the table. Dorothy laughs off the incidents as freak coincidence, but by noon the refrigerator quits. The television explodes into snow, and a mysterious foul odor oozes from the air vents. With each calamity, Marguerite appears serenely unruffled, wiping countertops as if chaos were simply another stain to scrub away. Sophia seizes the moment to proclaim the obvious. "It's a curse." "Peachy-redo," Dorothy groans, attributing everything to Miami's aging electrical grid. Blanche, however, can't shake the memory of that cloth pouch. When she tiptoes into Marguerite's quarters, she discovers bundles of dried herbs, colored candles, and a hand-painted ceramic jar labeled "Fait amitié," friendship. Blanche bolts from the room, heart pounding like a loose shutter in a hurricane. If those items are harmless, why does she suddenly hear thunder on a cloudless afternoon? Dorothy attempts diplomacy, inviting Marguerite to the lanai for iced tea and an honest chat. Marguerite listens patiently as Dorothy outlines the bizarre events. She smiles softly and explains that her pouch contains gris-gris, traditional protective charms handed down by her grandmother. If the house feels off balance, she suggests, it may be reacting to lingering negative energy that cannot hide beneath lemon polish. Dorothy, intrigued despite herself, thanks her and returns inside to find Blanche and Rose barricading the kitchen with crucifixes improvised from mop handles. Sophia chants something in Italian that may or may not invoke every saint she remembers. Marguerite walks in on this impromptu exorcism and with calm dignity announces she will resign immediately. No paycheck is worth working for people who fear my culture more than they respect my labor. Guilt barrels through the room like a rogue shopping cart. Blanche tries to apologize, but trips over a toaster cord that wasn't there 5 seconds ago, landing face first in a tray of gelatin salad. Marguerite gathers her supplies, tucks the pouch beneath her blouse, and exits, leaving the front door to slam by itself with a troubling finality. Within hours of her departure, the bungalow descends into pandemonium that would make the Calamity Jane Museum jealous. Ceiling plaster rains onto Dorothy's typewriter just as she finishes grading midterm essays. Blanche's bedroom mirror cracks precisely down the center, splitting her reflection into twin frowns of horror. Rose opens the freezer to find every carton of ice cream liquefied, yet the carrot sticks are frozen solid. Sophia, brandishing olive oil and garlic like sacramental weapons, declares the spirits officially pissed. Even Dorothy's skepticism buckles when her usually reliable station wagon lurches into reverse all by itself, demolishing their mailbox. At this point, the women plead for Marguerite's return, phoning every Haitian restaurant and community center in Dade County. No luck. Rose proposes staging a formal cleansing ritual using tips from a St. Olaf goat blessing handbook. Dorothy vetoes anything involving livestock inside city limits. Desperation wins. They pile into a taxi and drive to Liberty City, following rumors of a botanica where Marguerite's aunt sells spiritual remedies. The shopkeeper, a regal woman named Mama Solange, listens, chuckles, and hands them 3 tall candles, a bag of sea salt, and blunt advice. Maybe the curse you carry isn't hers. Back home, Mama Solange's words echo while they light the candles and sprinkle salt along windowsills. Dorothy reflects aloud that they fired Marguerite without cause, judged her heritage, and allowed fear to trump fairness. Blanche admits her vanity recoiled at Marguerite's calm competence. Rose confesses jealousy that Baby the pig seemed cleaner than she did under Marguerite's regime. Sophia reveals she feared being replaced as the household's wise elder. As acknowledgement blooms, a remarkable shift occurs. The foul odor dissipates, the lights brighten, and somewhere in the distance, a neighborhood cat stops yowling in distress. Emboldened, Dorothy phones Marguerite and delivers a heartfelt apology, offering not just reinstatement, but a raise and full respect for her cultural practices. A long silence crackles on the line before Marguerite says she will consider returning if they promise to abandon superstition-based accusations. Dorothy glances at Sophia, who hurriedly hides a clove of garlic in her pocket, then agrees. They spend the night scrubbing the house together, candlelight glinting off salt lines that now feel more symbolic than magical. Marguerite arrives the next morning to a spotless living room and 4 contrite faces. She steps over the salt. An interesting choice, she muses, then carefully sets her pouch on the coffee table. With gentle authority, she leads them through a simple gratitude ritual. Each woman names one quality she appreciates in another. Compliments fly awkwardly at first, then gain momentum until laughter spills out, warm and cleansing. Marguerite ties a fresh sprig of basil to the chandelier as a peace charm, and suddenly the air tastes lighter than any fragrance aerosol could promise. By evening, the refrigerator hums smoothly, electrical circuits behave, and Blanche's new mirror shows only one, really quite radiant reflection. Over celebratory cheesecake, the girls discuss cultural understanding and the speed at which fear distorts reality. Marguerite shares stories of her grandmother's island remedies, and Sophia counters with Sicilian folk cures, discovering more overlap than difference. As candles gutter to gentle wisps, Blanche raises her fork in salute. To new beginnings, no curse required, Dorothy adds, and to paying professionals what they're worth. Rose simply hugs Marguerite, whispering thanks. Peace, like clean linoleum, shines underfoot at last.